What's up, y'all? Got a banger from Alpha Central. Let's get straight into it.
My boyfriend of 7 years refuses to marry me, so in every single book that I've written, the couple ends up getting married. And I end up calling my boyfriend the love interest's name. Maybe he'll get the hint.
Or maybe you could just have a conversation with him. Why are men expected to be mind readers, bro?
Okay, but no one really knows that. That's just what you say. I just feel like it's a little bit unfair. I'm so over waiting. Like, when is it going to be my turn?
It was your turn probably from the ages of 18 to 24, but it seems like you blew it.
Shots fired!
What did I do wrong?
She's a runner, she's a track star.
That's maybe one thing you did wrong.
The thing is, I don't even want to be getting married or having kids right now, but I'm just...
You're a liar!
Starting to get nervous.
Don't be nervous, be at their service.
What is wrong with me?
Maybe make some...
Hit the streets for a little bit too long of a time. Called the Frankenstein effect. I did a whole video on this. Come on.
Gregory Daniel Jones, will you marry me?
Oh, no.
How about new?
I can't marry you. And what's the settle? Like, what are y'all doing?
What's she doing here? I was invited. I invited her.
Is that the side piece?
What the f you doing? Mom, why would you invite her? Cause this is my house. How you gonna turn a regular Valentine's Day party into a proposal?
Listen, get up.
This is embarrassing.
Listen.
Bro, chat, what you doing if your girl drops on one knee and proposes to you? No way, brother.
How about new?
No way.
Look, you can't do this right here. Like, I'm sitting here drinking, you drinking, and like, I don't know where you get this drink.
She gotta be drunk.
I don't know what's going on, but
Just please say yes.
I can't say that. I can't say that.
Just please say yes.
It's the mother of my kids. Like, we
Oh, that's the baby mama. Oh.
You know, I cheated. She cheated first. I cheated back. I don't know.
I waited a long time for you. And you going back to her after she cheated? I had too much to drink.
You messed with your best friend's man. Like, how can I trust you? How would I be able to trust
But
you?
it's like you led me on.
I didn't leave you on. I was in a relationship.
Honestly, he shouldn't be...
This is a whole mess. I can't believe she dropped the knee. She just said, please. Well, this is what I don't get. A lot of people think that marriage is going to fix a relationship. Marriage doesn't fix a relationship. You get married once your relationship is already good. That's what you do. Marriage does not fix a relationship.
Girls to eat because then it's gonna be really expensive. Let's try the sushi at this place. I ate a very nice sushi, but I did not find you.
I was right here.
You heard it here first.
I will say it's a lot cheaper when you eat by yourself. A lot cheaper. Been on more dates with my homeboy than with any girl. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Go kick it with your homeboy. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that.
Invite me to Vegas right now.
You need to calm down.
No, invite me to Vegas.
Absolutely not.
Vegas. Never been there.
You invite hookers to Vegas.
No way.
Josh, I bet it's
I'm not going anywhere
Am I an awful person for thinking just every woman in Russia sounds like this?
with you.
Josh,
Okay.
can you just don't, okay?
Sure.
Make it as... I don't want to talk about. Just
Okay.
don't make me to say things. Just don't.
He promised to stay 1 week. He promised to find a home for me. I can't be here. My life is a joke. I don't live on the street. No, you don't understand. I don't know anyone but him. No work, no home. Are you joking? What I'm doing in LA? What I'm here? Because I don't have a place to live. I sold my car. I have my mom. I don't have a work. I'm struggling. Counsel, thinks when you're gonna stay with me and find this place.
Natalie.
What?
I'm gonna keep it a buckarones. Those eyeballs are giving psycho.
You've had a relationship with other people. You like, no.
What do you mean with other people? It was only one guy, Josh. That's it. And he's not even there. And it was not even a relationship. I'm like, I barely call it a relationship. Like,
Now I'm your backup plan or what?
Shots fired!
She sounds like a walking...
Bro, that is crazy. What is that, 90 Day Fiance? Straight psycho. What is this? When I would entertain a girl, but I could just drink beer and fish all day with the boys. I'm not gonna lie, that looks like a really good time. Chat, put one in the chat. Do you fish? Do you do anything like that? This would be a very, very good time. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Is going to the same bar that your friend is having a date on to go spy.
Shorty, is y'all cool? No, for real, this is by far one of the most immature videos I've ever seen on this app. You and your friend, the one in the video, decide that y'all are bored, ain't got nothing better else to do as you acknowledge yourself. So you say, oh, let's go spy on our friend who's on a date.
Right, that's
Not
weird.
because you're worried about her safety, because you two have nothing better else to do. So you sit up there, y'all get to drinking at the bar, you get to sneak recording her on her date, and then you two get the terrible idea, not the good idea, a terrible idea to send a drink solely to your friend to give the other dude the assumption that another dude or someone in the bar just sent the girl on a date a drink. Any dude in their right mind is going to automatically think that this is coming from a guy. And in the back of his head, he going to be like, damn, who trying to play in my face right now? So, of course, he going to get upset. But then you watch the video all the way throughout. The friend not mad. The friend over there talk about keep a man on his toes. Ladies, I'm telling you this right now. Play these immature games. Yo, immature friends going to keep you single out here.
Bro, single women keep women single. There's a reason that's a quote. These women are out there. It's self-sabotaging. Like, I've seen women do this so much where they don't want their girlfriend to be doing better than them, so they will go out of their way to make sure that their relationship is even worse. Like, we see this in HR departments, right? We see Rebecca, the head of HR. Girl comes in, scantily clad, maybe wearing an office siren fit, and she goes, yeah, that's completely unacceptable. That same girl goes into the guy HR, and the guy HR is like, yeah, looks great. You look great, Rebecca. Looks really good. Yeah, keep wearing that. You should dress like that more often. Like, women self-sabotage. There was a study that came out, and I don't know the validity of this study, but the study came out that said that women that go to hair salons and ask for a suggestion and say, hey, Mrs. Hairdresser, what do you think would look good on me? If the hairdresser thinks that their client is better looking than them or prettier than them, they will sabotage them by giving them like a bob cut or some cut that just looks atrocious. But if they think they're uglier than them, then they'll do their hair better. I don't know if the validity of this, but I think there's some real life application to that. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Do you feel like women, especially single women, self-sabotage, not themselves, but they sabotage their friends and say, hey, you know, she's going out, she's trying to have a good time, but I want to sabotage her because I'm unhappy. It's truly sad.
Pressed every day that you sit here on this view and nobody comes to love you?
I did, and then I bought a jet ski.
Jet skis are pretty dope.
I did, and then I bought a jet ski. Jet skis are pretty sweet. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
He says yes, he's $3 extra. And he said, okay, then never mind.
To be fair, I had the intention of paying $21 for this burger, so adding
$21?
$3 for cheese was not worth it. But thank you for paying for dinner. Bye-bye, tata.
You know what it never was? That serious. It was never that serious.
Daphna, darling, you're so funny. You crazy girl. So people have been asking me, they're saying, Zocker, when are you gonna go on a second date with Daphna? Are you gonna go on a second date with Daphna? All these questions, right? Short answer is no. But I think the real question is, would I ever consider going on a date with Daphna? First date, second date, third.
Am I the only dumb one that thinks he's supposed to be saying Daphne?
You stupid.
Daphna?
Third date, any kind of date.
That was the best rejection.
That was good.
Listen, to never go on a date with a guy from Hinge. What the I was literally 5 minutes late, to the cinema, and he's having a heart attack. He went into cinema. I had to meet him inside there. It was so awkward. It was dark. I don't even know what he looks like. I'm literally sitting to someone that I don't even know what they look like. So I'm pissed off. I'm not even watching the film properly. Like, what the So then he said, oh, because I was late, I have to pay for drinks when we go to fair game. So you know what? I was like, I'm buy the candy floss and I'm going to buy myself some drinks and him drinks. You also had to pay £15 each just to get in there. So that was £30 as well. So altogether I spent, £45? And he asked for my candy floss. He then said, oh, can you walk me to the DLR station? What the flip?
Don't be mad at him because...
Bro, I think movies on a first date's a horrible idea. I think it's a very bad idea. Chat, would you ever go on a first date at the movies? You don't even have a good enough time to like chat with somebody. You have to just be silent. I think movies on a first date, horrible idea. Ain't that right, Loki? I've fallen at work and been injured. Oh, wait. I should call my lawyer.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Hey, John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. It's Levi Nichs of YouTube. Can I get some cash, please?
Morgan & 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 Morgan.
Did you know that your injury could be worth millions of dollars? Morgan & Morgan is the largest injury law firm in America, and they've recovered over $20 billion for their clients. $20 billion? That's a lot of cash. The insurance companies tried to lowball me, but Morgan & Morgan was able to take my pain and suffering and turn it into cold, hard cash. It's almost a good thing I was injured. But wait. How much is Morgan & Morgan gonna cost me? You never owe them legal fees unless they're successful. So it's completely free unless you win? Yeah. Hiring a lawyer, that sounds like really difficult. It's actually super easy. You can just go to their website, and in a couple clicks, you can find out if you have a case. And you can literally do it from your smartphone. And remember, there is only one Morgan & Morgan. Wait, it's two names though. How is it? Give me the script. Oh, both their last names. Okay, I get it. Okay, roll it. You can start your claim today by going to forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below. So if you're injured, you can trust Morgan & Morgan. Y'all know what time it is. Can we get some chop chops in the chat? Loki. Free? He's tired today. Went on a nice long walk and a run. He's worn out, dude. He's got a lot of energy like when he first wakes up, but then we hit that like mid-morning and he's like, yeah, I'm trying to go back to sleep, dude. I'm not about to stay up. But you know, dogs sleep like 16 freaking hours a day. At least I know he does. Like we get up in the morning, he's like ripping and ready to go. And then by like mid-morning, he's like, I'm out. And sleeps for like 4 hours, wakes up, eats, plays again for another hour, and then goes right back to sleep. Like this man sleeps all the time. He didn't want to face the camera today. I'm sorry, chat.
Who don't want to listen to angry women aren't actually interested in listening to women at all.
And I have a counter-argument to that. Why should any reasonable person want to listen to anyone who doesn't have their emotions in check when attempting to express their dissatisfaction with any particular subject?
When men want to tone police or demand emotional labor before they will listen to your argument, that is a surefire sign that they are not actually interested in listening to you at all.
Or maybe they just want to have a reasonable, rational discussion with someone who has proven that they're capable of doing so.
No, of course they'll say, if you explain things nicely, if you explain things in a way that resonate with me, I'll absolutely listen and change my behavior.
But yet somehow some will interpret that as an unreasonable request for someone to be calm and considerate while having a discussion with another person.
But that is a lie. They are just trying to waste your time.
How exactly is it a waste of time wanting someone to actually be in control of themselves when having a conversation?
Leave them on red.
This lady looks like the lady from the Magic School Bus.
Ignore them. Tell them to get...
Right. Act as emotionally unstable, irrational, and illogical as possible. That'll surely get through to them.
It is not your responsibility to make men comfortable when talking about your own oppression.
What oppression? Please inform me, because apparently I don't know how oppressed I am.
And you do not have to engage with them because they are already showing you exactly who they are. They want to change your behavior and not their own.
Yeah, heaven forbid some women actually learn how to control themselves and act like adults.
If you can't...
Bro, I can't imagine, like, this victim mentality. This is why I said weeks ago. I'll say it again, though. Go through the next week and think everything is your fault. Try to eliminate the victim mentality. Like, why these women think that all their behavior is justified just because they're emotionally tied to it. Dude, newsflash here. You can be a bad person. Any of us can be a bad person, bro. I'm just saying. And ladies, just because you feel like it's right doesn't mean it's always right. You could feel like doing something that's actually wrong. That means, you know, it might feel right. You might be like, oh my God, it just feels so right. When in actuality, when in actuality, it's wrong. That happens all the time, dude. Like, it's just funny to me that these women think they're always right just because they're emotionally invested into whatever they're doing.
Profile looks like this.
Oh, she's a runner, bro.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Bro, I tell guys all the time, if her IG story looks like this, Paris Sevilla, somebody blowing her back out on an international global level. She's getting flown out and her back's getting blown out. Oh my God, put it on a freaking t-shirt. If she's getting flown out, her back's getting blown out. Ship it Anaya should have bought a Honda, put it on a freaking t-shirt. But dude, if you see this, run. Vacate the premises as quick as you can, because unless you want to try to afford and have an upkeep of her lifestyle, bro, get away.
you do not want to date me. The most logical course of action, if I'm here, is for you to stay away from me. Over here, right? But here's the problem. You decided to come over here.
I can't tell if she's 23 or 35.
Into my life, when you should have stayed over here because you knew you didn't want me, yet for some reason, you still came over here, right? Here's you. And here's what happened. I got attached, okay? And as soon as that happened, you went all the way back. You went so far over here that you're now off the whiteboard. Meanwhile, I'm still over here trying to figure out what the just happened.
It goes both ways.
I mean, honey, you got to realize if he's good enough for you, he's good enough for a few. Shibba and I should have bought a Honda. When I get food without my girlfriend, it's $25.95 instead of $483 in an argument. So true though, bro.
Him to move in, and he said, I can't live with someone unless I plan to marry her. My heart was full. I mailed invites, got fitted for a dress, told my family, and now he's saying that he didn't propose. Why is he playing mind games?
Wait. He's not playing mind games. Once he proposes to you, then you can go do all that song and dance, but he didn't propose to you.
You're not listening.
If jumping to conclusions...
Yeah. Good Lord. Yeah, if jumping to conclusions was an Olympic event, she would have got gold. Lord have mercy. That was awful, bro.
Case near Detroit sounds like a romantic comedy gone wrong.
Yeah, a woman sues a man for thousands of dollars after he stood her up on a date. Fox's Jessica Dupnack has the details.
What?
I feel for the defendant. I mean, you know, like I said, he should have swiped left.
Too late now for Richard Jordan, who's being sued for $10,000 after he allegedly didn't show up for a date with Kashante Short back in 2020 in Flint. She says he caused emotional distress because the date fell on her late mom's birthday.
Mr. Jordan, let me just ask you this. Are you planning
Wait, this went to court? Are you kidding me?
To represent yourself on this?
To be honest with you, sir, I thought this was just going to be thrown out. We had a date, one date, and nothing else after that. And now I'm being sued for $10,000.
Todd, you've been doing this a minute. Ever seen anything like this?
If I've seen something like this, I've seen someone go to jail.
Defense attorney Todd Perkins wasn't in on this hearing, but says the judge has the patience of a saint as Ms. Short tried schooling him on everything during this recent Zoom hearing.
Do not insult my intelligence as if I do not understand what the word perjury means.
Be quiet while I'm talking. You need to be quiet. Can you mute her, please?
Like several other of Ms. Short's bizarre lawsuits, this one too got booted from district court. And as for the alleged bad date guy,
Our hearts go out to him. You know, I think he's going to get some good dates off of his patience in dealing with this. So, you know, maybe he could use a bad moment for some good.
$10,000?
What? Chad, have you ever heard of anything like that? Somebody getting sued? Somebody getting sued because they stood them up on a first date. Bro, this is wild. Luckily, they threw the case out, but that is absolutely ridiculous. Imagine you're trying to go on a first date and then you get a summons. Somebody knocks on your door. Hey, are you Levi Nichs? Like, yeah, oh, you've been served. You'd be like, what just happened? You got to show up in court virtually? Woman trying to sue you for 10 racks for not going to Chili's? I'd be hot. That's why I feel bad for guys that are in the dating market right now. The dating market has completely changed. Back in my day, 10, 15 years ago, you didn't really have to have a lot of money, man. You could just dress nice, be funny, smell a little good, you'd be fine. But I say this, man, as you get older, women want what they wanted when they were 18 to 24, but then they also want that little extra cushion of cash. They want that money too. Because I always say, you can be funny, but as long as your money ain't funny, you're good to go. But women typically from ages of 18 to 24, they just want a guy who's cool. They want a Chad. They want a guy who... And a Chad can be many different facets of Chads, right? You could be the funny Chad. You could be the strong Chad. You could be the, the big, tall Chad. You could be the, nonchalant Chad. There's many different variations, right? There's not just one size fits all on this. So I was more of the funny guy, and that's what I relied on. And then I tried to dress well. Now, looking back, some of those fits were straight trash. But, it worked. At the time, it worked. I wore clothes that fit me well. I tried to take nice pictures. I realized at a very early age that if you were going to be dating women on Facebook or Instagram, because, those, in my opinion, are great ways to date as well. Like, take Tinder out of it, take Bumble out of it, take Hinge out of it. If you get on Instagram and look for your city, here's a hack. I'm gonna put you guys on game. So let's say you want to date in your area, right? But you're sick of Tinder, you're sick of Bumble, you're sick of all these things. Go get on Instagram and then look up your geolocation. So let's say you live in Spokane, Washington. I'm using something so random. Go to Spokane, Washington and look up everybody that's tagging that area and go through, and if you find a chick attractive, shoot her a DM. Simple as that. She might not be on dating apps. There's a lot of women that aren't on dating apps because they're intimidated by that stuff. So it's a great way to source some leads. You know what I mean? Source some leads. Facebook, same thing. You could go just look up your area, and then you can find women that are in your area. It's crazy to think that, though. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one, man. Peace.